Yo, you're gonna learn this. 3 diamonds, I place it down on the table just like this, or is it the 3 diamonds? Let's learn it. Yo, what's up everyone? Welcome to this video, and in today's video, I am going to be teaching you a really cool move, and it is a switch of a card. It looks like you have the 2 right here, but of course I take it, blow, and it does change. This is how it's done. It's something I enjoy doing when usually I'm sitting at a table, but this move can be replaced. It can be, you can show the 2 jokers, come over like this, and change it like that. It's also very powerful as well. So this is how it's done. And we're shooting here in Starbucks level 2, in just a little bit darker, but it's a little bit more funkier. So yo, all right, so this is what's gonna happen. You're gonna have your deck. I'm using red back, bicycle edition. You're gonna be prying up 2 cards, all right? You're just gonna be prying up 2 cards just like this. All right, very simple, using your thumb and your forefinger and your middle finger just to pry up 2 cards. And you're gonna use your pinky to feel those 2 cards, just like this, okay? So you have a 2-card break. Then what's gonna happen is you're gonna use your middle finger and sort of forefinger and thumb, moving this over. About 3/4 of the way over on the card underneath, all right? So now you have 2 cards right here. All right, and for explanation purposes, I might actually have a color contrasting card. All right, so you got your break, you move those over about 3/4 of the way over of this card here. So this is the position you are in here. It's flush, okay? They don't see 2 cards. It's flush, then you're in this position. So you have your thumb on top of the card like this. Your hand is in this position holding the deck. Your thumb is quite pressed down quite hard, all right? Now, this is what you do. It's actually very simple, and it's what I love, but once again, not just because it's strong doesn't mean it has to be hard, all right? But it does require a little bit of practice as usual. You're gonna be pulling your thumb of the top card here back, okay? You're gonna be pulling it back all the way. At the same time, you're gonna be using your fingers here to kick the card out a little bit. You're just kicking the card out on the table and then you're moving it forward. And that is the switch. So once again, you're here, you're gonna pull the card back with your thumb as you're keeping this card in the same way, basically. You're not pulling both of the cards back. It should just stay. You should be able to pull this one back like this without this one moving. If for some reason it's moving together, that means that you're not keeping a little bit of pressure on the card here just to hold it in its place. I wouldn't say it's balance, because I'm not really balancing the card, but it's just sort of a knack. So, to start off with, get 2 cards, place it here. You might have to position your thumb in a specific way, but then mine is about the middle of the card. I pull this one back as these fingers here are pressed up a little bit of the card. Then I turn it over. Well, this is happening at the same time, but then I kick this card out like this. So face up, it should look like this. Okay, once again. Like that. And with a little bit of momentum, you don't even have to really kick that card out too much. You can even do this. Just flick it out a little bit. So of course, when you do this face down, you've got the card here. Usually this is the selected card, like this. As you turn this over, under cover, you're gonna be pulling this card back and flicking this one out. So here, just like that. Now you might be thinking, Jay, what happens if this flashes a little bit? When you turn the card over like this, you don't want this to happen too much. You want to try to keep it as flush as possible, all right? You don't want that to happen and then pulling this one back, because it looks a little bit fishy, all right? But if you do it in good momentum speed and you do this enough, you're gonna get rhythm of doing this, and it just looks like this. Like that looks pretty flush, okay? And then of course it changes, all right? So, one more time. Prying up 2 cards, all right? moving this over, 3/4 of the way over. Also, it depends on the length of your thumb as well. Maybe some people probably do it like this. But for me, I find that the further out it is, right, easy it is for you to kick this card out, to change the card. So like that, all right? Once again, I'll do that again. So the further this one out is, just like that. And usually I do it eye line of the person. So if you're looking, if you're sort of straight in front of me, let's say this is the table, I wouldn't do it this way, okay? I would do it how you're looking. So let's say this is the table right here. I show you the queen. I place it right here, okay? And then of course it changes like that. One more time at normal speed, all right? So the cards are on the table or whatever. I show the 9, okay? Right like this. I place it right here. I snap, and then it does change. If you want to do it, I was gonna say face up, not on the table, same thing. You're showing the card like this. All you're doing, as at the same time the large movement covers the small movement, so as you're doing this, you're turning your body. So you're here, like that. It happens very fast. Of course, you don't want to go too, even if you go slow actually, now I think about it, you can probably cover that quite well. But if you just do this with the 6, you go, look, here's what's gonna happen. Watch the 6 really closely, all right? And it changes. Does that look good? That look pretty good, Sam? I'll ask my cameraman. Tell me if this looks good. 9? Look good? Yeah, she's like, yes, I just wanna go home. No, all right. So guys, that is it. I learned this from Crash Course 1. Shout out to Brad Christian from illusionist.com. But that is the table change. I hope you enjoy it. Put the time into it, practice it, let me know your comments below, and I'll see you in another week where I teach you another Sleight. See ya. You ask your spectator to think of a card. You give the deck to them and you ask them to place it between their hands. And then you ask your spectator to name the card, and they name it, and they go through the deck, and it's just not there. And then you bring out a packet of sealed chips. They take the chips, they open the chips, and inside they find their selected card. My friends, this is sealed. This trick is easy to do, it's visually amazing, it requires no sleight of hand, and you will blow anyone away with it. Welcome to Sealed.